Well, we are continuing to help you tackle your New Year's resolutions throughout the month of January. You know, whether you want a new change, maybe you want to start a business, or finally start that passion project. Keeping a dream alive is a big deal for many, especially women. And you know what? It's hard. It's hard to get it going. So that's why we're bringing in a professional. Joining me is Kristie Crenshaw. She's a performance coach for women. They ask, you answer, coach, for impact. Kristie, so many questions, right? Where do we, so many things, because, you know, you and I were talking yesterday, and I think too, for many women, at this point in our lives, it's like, you know what? Why am I putting off my dream? Why am I doing this? Like, it's a very empowering
That's a very
moment.
Good question. Why?
Why? Why? But we want to make that change, do that goal, and you're helping women like organize and get there, because it's emotional, right?
It absolutely. It's absolutely emotional. I took a good, hard, long look at my life last year and realized there were things that I did not like about it. I wasn't feeling fulfilled professionally. I wasn't making the money I wanted to make. I felt that I could do more in the way of educating myself on what's going on in the world and educating myself about things that I say that I care about. So I really decided to make myself my priority client last year, and I found a framework that for me has been very successful, that I have used with other clients, and I'd love to share it with you guys. If you'd like to,
I mean, I love the way, and I think when you can kind of put a number on things and say, here are 5 ways to kind of get started, or 5 questions to start the conversation.
Right.
Right.
There's about a 5-step framework. I call them the Focus 5, or 5 for focus, in that you have to have purpose and mission. That is important. You have to, you have to own your problems, the ones that you can change. Once you do that, you set certain priorities. You have to have humility and be able to ask for help where you need it. And then you also have to take perspective with the outcome. You're either winning or you're learning. There is no losing if you're trying.
Yes.
So that is a very important part.
Kristie, I think the first one is the toughest, because it is the most soul-searching of it all. It's purpose. That's hard.
Purpose, yes. Purpose for me has been huge. This world right now is so filled with identity politics and identity culture, and when I quieted the noise, I was able to sit with myself and recognize I'm a child of God, and that is my primary identity above and beyond anything else. And that's where my North Star is. That's my guidepost. That's what I will always come back to find peace, to find clarity, to find guidance. That's where I will go. So for me, that's part of that mission, is that I have to maintain integrity in that, and I have to be true to that. Now, I'm fallible. I'm a human being, and my faith journey has been a little bit more like a game of chutes and ladders at times. So we're all going to fail. We're going to stumble, but you have to find that place where you can come back to and where you can focus and center yourself. And once I did that, it was amazing to me how quiet the noise got, and how I was able to really focus and double down on me and do things that I know I needed to do.
You hit it. You found your North Star, and everybody has to find their North Star.
They do. They do.
Next, you say ownership.
Ownership. Ownership is key. We can't change things we don't own. So, yes. Hate to tell you. Now, that the Serenity Prayer gets thrown around a lot, and that's nice and all, but you genuinely can't change things that you don't have ownership of. So you have to, if it's a problem for you, you must own it to change it. And if you cannot own it, then you must release it. So how many of us sit around and waste time, energy, and effort recreationally complaining about things we have no control over?
It's not, I don't even own it.
Right. Right. So let's focus all of that effort, all of that energy, make that priority something that will make us a better person. Then we become that pebble in the pond that has a positive ripple effect everywhere we go. And that's a good thing.
And then following that, you have prioritize.
Yes, you got to be able to prioritize. Edit is my favorite 4-letter word. I love
to edit.
So yes, to your point about being extra, like I say, throw everything on that you want to wear, look in the mirror, take one thing off. I think Coco Chanel said that. But that applies in your life too. You have to make room for the things that you want. If there's stuff in your closet that you hate, get rid of it. Give it to someone else that can benefit from that. If there's food in your refrigerator that you don't like, that your body doesn't like, that was really telling for me this past year. I went on a whole little food journey too. But recognizing what is good for you and what is not, you have to kind of clear
edit
the
things.
playing field and level things out.
As we wrap things up, I want to mention your 4th point, humility, 5th point, perspective. Can people get in touch with you and reach out? Can you work with them?
If they would like to work with me from a business perspective, find me on LinkedIn with Impact. We do the They Ask You Answer framework. And then if you would like to work with me as a client in the personal development space, find me on LinkedIn, right? Or LinkedIn or Instagram. Yes.
Oh, Kristie, thank you so much for
It's a
stopping
joy to
by.
see you.
It's so great to see you too. Now I have to get my whole
Go do your thing.
everything together, right?
Yes.
So much to work on. So you can find Kristie on LinkedIn or head over to her Instagram. She's at Kristie Crenshaw.